Welcome to part 18 of Let's Play Arabia. We're kind of in again, money problems. Not that we're not making money, it's just that I don't have enough money to do everything that I want. And that is mostly expand naval bases and boost industry. So we're spending a lot of money on soldiers. But we're having so many rebellions. It's really hard. Hard to balance the budget. Again, huge rebellions in Sokoto, right here. And I can't seem to deal with the militancy. Problem is, the militancy is not high enough for us to pass the free press reform, but that's the one that people most want. And that's the one that would reduce our militancy greatly, but we can't get to it. Like, to get to that one, I would need to go and get like 6 militancy or something like that. Oh, by the way, I think I now remember how we lost the prestige. It's passed on the crisis. It was in Austria, or there was a white peace between UK and France. So we lost prestige for not picking the side. It's probably it. Can't see the other way. We don't really have all the railroads, so I guess this one is the best one. Just increasing production. They're importing a lot of coal though. Look at that, 200 coal. That's a lot, that's crazy amount. I have no coal at all. I was really hoping that Niger Delta would fix that, but apparently it kinda got depopulated because of the constant rebellions and land being occupied. Let's deal with these guys. Go there after that. We're really producing almost no coal there. 25, that's... I don't know, that seems like very low amount for the amount of population we have there. Although, to be fair, we don't have any coal and iron tax, so it kinda explains it. This one should be making more, yeah, it is making. I'm surprised that our capitalists are basically doing nothing. They're not making any railroads. And they don't seem to have a lot of money. Population. Let's go deselect all. Yeah. Well, literacy is high, but I don't know. Somehow they don't have like at all. They don't have money. Only the minority in Giza has a lot. The Kwankei or others are terrible. Can't explain it really. Guess if I lower the tariffs, then they would start making a lot of money, and then they would be able to invest. But I don't have a decent way of balancing the budget yet. We reduce social spending, but then our militancy will go higher. The only reliable way would be to reduce the army spending, but for that I need to deal with all the rebellions first. I don't think we're gonna engage into any wars unless there is something really interesting. I could get Trabzon from Ottoman Empire just to make borders nicer. Also, that those provinces have some nice iron, so it's not completely bad territory to take. The only good thing is we're importing a lot of coal from Persia, probably. And they're in our sphere, so it kind of makes up for it. But with this economy, I don't think we can support too many battleships. It's questionable how we're gonna manage our navy later on. can now build battleships. Only 2. Let's see. We can crazy supply. We can have crazy navy supply limit, but don't see it happening anytime soon. I know. I can't do that now. I need those tariffs. Need that money. Look, we don't even have money for railroads all over the country. I guess we don't need railroads everywhere, but there are some important places that I need to upgrade. It would be nice if we could have everywhere, but they're becoming expensive, really. Get another base there. At this point, I think we could probably even have higher supply limit to Navy than UK, but we just don't have money to build all the naval bases. They probably still have. Actually, it's close call. Do they actually have more ports or like coastal provinces than we do? They might do, but we definitely have more of those that are our cores, which means higher supply limit. It's close call. I'm just gonna keep pumping infantry because it's the least expensive one. Don't think we need any more artillery. I could just go with a bad army composition right now, because if we are getting into a war, I don't need that many armies. These are basically to prevent rebellions, so against rebels even infantry will do. Although it's not completely true that we don't have enough artillery to cover for a large amount of infantry. Let's get rid of these two. Still have some undermanned brigades. Oh, actually, that reminds me, we don't need so many soldiers. Keep the slider at 50%. It's gonna help a bit with money. Not a huge difference though. I'm trying to get the Scepalus to work, but not really working out. Okay, let's see. Let's get some. Oh, why don't I? Let's do autosign. Can't deal with them right now. Let's see. If this army is okay there, they can control that region. I need 2 armies in Sokoto. So this one. That's fine. And I'm gonna move these guys there. You should stay here. Then I want to keep these guys here in the central part. And these guys are actually okay in Sudan. I'm just gonna place them a bit norther. It's strange that our navies... Oh, they're actually not fully supplied, okay. I thought they were fully supplied. It's kind of strange. Okay, we're fine now. I think I can now reduce military spending. There are no any rebellions. So go to 50%. There we go. Even if like a lot of rebels spawn, I think we can deal with them with 50% organization. I think we should be fine. I can't afford to invest in other countries right now. Just keep it expanding naval bases. Well, we don't even have level 1 naval bases there. probably because of rebellions constantly. There we go. New ones. I think it's much better than it was. Militancy is still going up, but don't have any good way to prevent it. At least not yet. We just need to stay out of the wars. That should help. Do we have any more decisions that we can take about it? Oh, there is Panama, no? Hello? I'll just get that. Actually, I was trying to increase relations with them, which is very nice. And I might be able to ally UK sometime soon. So I wonder if I can actually... I think everyone is competing for them, but perhaps we can get to create Panama. Although that one probably won't be the best choice because we really don't have any means to defend it. Could use a navy, but that's exhausting. Just expand everything. Oh, by the way, it's probably called Arabian Sicily. The Arab Sicily. Look at that. Level 17 factory. Producing 900 fabrics. But I need to expand these. So this is really terrible. Look in Sicily, they have fish and 2 times sulfur, I think. Yeah, 2 times sulfur. It's terrible. But okay. Oh, I also want to leave one army there. That region is not that militant. Just that every crisis there seem to be a lot of Fenrical rebels here, and they spawn in small stacks, but like they spawn everywhere. I think we're fine now. Should be. Don't have that many unemployed people right now. Get this. Don't think we can reach #1 in industry. Not gonna bother with that. It's not important. But our industry is going up really quickly. Oh, Austria is again in trouble. No, I'm not helping there. Okay, I have a better ally than UK. We might actually even be able to ally them, yeah. It's really close. So how's that war going? INGF beating Austria again? Yeah, that's not gonna work out for Netherlands that well. We give them some warships, but it's not helping. Belgium is also in that war. Surprisingly enough, I think maybe they can even hold. Though Belgium doesn't seem to have any regular soldiers. Those are probably only mobilized brigades. And no, I don't think they'll hold. Look at this. Not because of the coal and iron, because we don't have that. But mostly because of precious metal, and later on I think we get a bonus for sulfur. Should be here. Yeah, there we go. I think the bonus should be active more like earlier, because it's kind of really important. One of the reasons artillery production is really low in the early game is because there aren't enough explosive factories. And I've only recently found out that one out. I was playing, I think it was Austria when I realized it. I had a huge level 7 factory in the very early stage of the game in Bohemia, and I was not producing enough artillery, and I wondered why, because the demand was really high. And then I realized, well, I have no explosives. I'm spending too much money on producing, like buying them from market. That's the reason why. That's why Sicily is actually great for artillery factories. Even though you have no steel there, I always seem to have really profitable artillery factories with two Sicilies. I like to play two Sicilies. Very fun country. The next Let's Play might be two Sicilies. Probably with the goal to form Italy and get all the cores. Might even skip colonization. I don't think it's important. Actually, a lot of people seems to have problems playing Italy and forming it. I kind of had a discussion on YouTube with one guy. Wasn't really happy with me trying to form it using rebellions. I played Sardinia in multiplayer. It's really hard to get. It's actually nearly impossible to get it when you have 25 players in the game. Like, if I was planning to do it proper way by sphering stuff and getting my cores back and getting to great power status, I would play with two Sicilies definitely. Like, Sardinia is really terrible, even though you get gold and you have some nice amount of money. It's just, pops are terrible. First of all, you don't have like Nice. Oh, the annexed covers diplomacy already. Anyway, well, Sardinia starts with Piedmont, Sardinia. This is the one. And those two French provinces, Savoy and Nice. You don't have North Italian population there, so it's almost impossible to get that to 100% bureaucracy. I mean administration efficiency, and that means less money for your country overall. It will hurt you in the long run, because you can't increase literacy there, I mean amount of clergymen there. And that also hurts your research points. I mean, two cities start with 2 billion population, Sardinia only starts with 1 million. Real terrible. And also one more thing that I don't like about Sardinia is that they start with military industrial complex. And although most people like it, I don't really like it. I think traditional academia is far better. Probably the best starting tech school that you can have is what's it called? Not the traditional academia, but the one that France and Russia start with. Avant-garde intelligentista, or however that one is pronounced. The one that gives bonus to culture tax, because culture tax are OP. It's not that they are OP, it's just kind of necessary. Why are they not killing these guys? Will you? I don't think we have any other rebels than these guys. Yeah, our country is completely fine. Oh, I know why they weren't hunting them. Because some of the other armies got an assignment to deal with them already, so they were moving there. They're getting over. It takes some time while your pops switch to working on oil. So that's the reason we are not producing any at the moment. It will change quickly. Let's see the crisis. The Ottoman Empire, some of the Austria. Then the Austria, even though they are in a war, it's still high. Maybe we should help Romania get liberated. Now that we can have China on our side. Could probably even get UK to allies. Yeah, we can get it. They're almost fully occupying Austria, so I'm gonna help Romania get liberated. I wonder... The Serb liberation movement is pretty low. Croatia has no liberation movement. So it's like they want to remain in Austria, even though Austria is kind of one of the worst countries at the moment. What about Hungary though? There is a high liberation movement in Bavaria. If we can get that for Czechs, that's probably a great one. Because then we would have... what would it be called? It's not Czechoslovakia because that needs to be formed, so... Bohemian nationalists? Yeah, Bohemian Moravian, maybe even... Doesn't say what rebels are occupying that. Probably hover over the crisis. Yeah, Bohemian movement, okay. Keeping those armies in two Sicilies because... Oh, why do I keep calling it two Sicilies? It's only Sicily. We actually have... Oh, that's because there are only 3 provinces there. Let's see. Keep expanding that one. Even though it's not making so much money at the moment, I still think it's fine. Gonna do a nice trick here. Shut down factory for some time, until these 2 are filled. Then I'm gonna reopen it. That way those 2 factories will be filled and then this factory will also fill up. We're losing money, but I think that'll be changed soon. Don't forget to sub it. Sometimes it will be unsub if you reopen it. Projects. I support all the projects, of course. Still don't think we have enough capitalists. Let's get them up here. What are the richest pops in our country? Did they select all? No, I didn't. Probably those capitalists in Cairo, but... Oh, whoa, they lost a lot of money. Once I raise the tariffs. Yeah, it's not good. Oh, we have 1 million now. I could afford to reduce tariffs. Don't think we are going to get any more rebellions soon. Let's do this. Keep it at 10%, just in case. Whoa, not 1. Go with 10. Reduce tariffs. See how our economy manages. I think our factories should be able to make up for it. So we're reducing tariffs, they should be making more money. But no, not all of our factories are making money. That's why I want to switch to laissez-faire, but I'm not sure if we have enough capitalists to do so. You definitely have some huge profitable factories, but most of our factories will be closed probably. Not in Lower Egypt though. Lower Egypt is great. All of the factories are making money there. I think fuel factory there should be nice. Steel maybe? I mean steamer shipyard. People will start making battleships now, so this will help. I think France already has some battleships, so that means probably UK also. So now he's doing okay. Surprised that winery isn't making the money. Wineries are usually profitable, but I don't know. Sometimes they start losing money. Seems like we will actually be able to make Panama. No one is competing with us at the moment. And they're in no sphere. Surprising. Get some more railroads. Yeah, we can here. Not gonna build everywhere because I just need that money. I want to make them wherever we have oil. And in those most important provinces. Like this one. Making tons of money. Not sure about this. I think I just leave this. Not that great. Well, I've been playing a lot of Civilization lately. Not sure if I'm gonna stream it. Or record it. It's interesting. Don't have all the DLCs. Actually, I don't really own it. I'm playing on friend's account. Since he doesn't play it almost at all. It's an interesting game. One of the best strategy games. If not the best, some may argue the best. I don't think that's the case. Actually, I don't want to be biased. Probably Victoria the best one for me. But not everyone likes Victoria, not everyone. Even though there are a lot of players, I feel like not many people understand it. It's all about population management, really. Kind of abusive. Well, actually we're climbing in rank in industry. Not sure if we can take over. We can take over NGF, they're really close. It will be really hard to compete for top 3 spots. It's not huge difference between USA and France. I still expect USA to come over, climb over UK in the last 20 years. Let's see the ledger. What does it say? So let me get rid of this first. Why is the game paused when that comes up? Like, there's no reason for it. Okay, literacy. Check that. I think we have fairly high literacy. Can be happy with it, really. Reforms. We have good school system, good healthcare, so that is helping. And then capitalists. We actually have the most capitalists in the world, but you'll see USA will easily have most very, very soon. Another problem is that our capitalists are actually not that rich. But maybe once we finish with all the tax, maybe we'll be able to get more out of them. There's still a lot of tax that will improve our factories and the overall economy. Should I try spheering? Oh, I should try spheering Romania. Yeah, we're banned in Colombia. Surprise, surprise. Form an alliance, no other sphere leader, okay. So China is becoming huge. I don't think they will be #1 here. Not sure what's the average time for China to westernize, because I mostly play I play multiplayer more than I play single player. Actually, I rarely play single player at all. But I think this is quite late for China to westernize. They don't westernize as early as Japan. It's really hard to westernize them. I mean, for an AI, a player will probably do it in 20 years in vanilla. Maybe a bit more, depending on the infamy you get. Not sure how the CBs work on your puppets. I think you can't declare war on them. Pretty sure you can't. Oh nice, we reached the railroad level. Max. We're actually getting some battleships, very nice. Let's get some more. Okay, that's not working. Yeah, I can probably only get those 2 more. Ah, there we go. Let's check Sicily. There we go. Sicilian nationalists. That's interesting, those are not Italian nationalists. Okay, one more time. As soon as we get this one to almost lose all of workers, I'm gonna just close it. I actually delete it. It's a terrible factory. I think we can deal with them even without organization. Don't have artillery and gas attack working. Yeah, there we go. Fairly easy. Also, we're improving Sicily, so it'll be only better. No, but I want to support your enemies. Romania, okay, no one supported. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's get this. Administration efficiency is really important. Although I should probably go for this. Yeah, go for that. I forgot the plan. Want to first finish with industrial tax and then switch to something else. I don't think army tax are important anymore. It's very unlikely that we'll be dealing with any wars. Surprisingly, I think with Yugoslavia I was the first, or around the first, like first or second in the, at this point in time. Then I had China. I would play, let's play Serbia, or let's play a terror country that can form Yugoslavia. At the moment I definitely play differently. I probably wouldn't go for China. Just go focus for a course. Industry in that game wasn't that great. I think our industry in this game is much better, but it's really hard to. Whoa, okay, that's full. It's really hard to micromanage. Like if I was actually, I had time to deal with every factory here. Our industry will be much better. I'm just expanding. There are too many factories here. Probably would do it differently in multiplayer. But then again, I never actually play huge countries in multiplayer. The largest country I ever played in multiplayer was Italy. Don't count Germany because that was kind of forced. No one else wanted to play Germany, so I had to play it. Actually, I played Austria once. guess that counts. That Austria was crazy. We were playing on some weird mod where artillery was extremely expensive. And yeah, sorry, that's my Skype. Anyway, so yeah, all of the early game builds were extremely expensive and you could never afford to fund your military and everything else at the same time. So if you're fighting a war, you have to go military 100% and everything else to 10% at max. So in that game, administration efficiency was extremely important, and it was really hard to get it with Austria. Austria is probably one of the hardest countries to manage in that way, because they only have accepted population around here, and maybe some in Croatia, maybe some in Vojvodina. Like, all of the other parts of country are terrible when it comes to administration, and it's really hard to get them to 100%. And without 100% it was almost impossible to play Austria. Like, even once I got gold in Croatia, the situation wasn't much better. It only got better when I managed to get high level factories in Bavaria and won some wars. I'm trying to remember what actually happened in the game. I know I was fighting multiple wars. I decided to give up Lombardian Venice and let Italy form. I know most people don't think that way, but it actually helps Austria to have Italy as an ally. First of all, you don't have to deal with Western Front, which frees up your armies for North, East and South. And then Italy is actually a very powerful ally if they have you as an ally. Because look at us. If they don't have to defend here, they only have basically one front, and that front is 3 provinces wide. So that means they can devote a lot of troops to defending your country. And Austria is really hard to defend. But what happened in that game was that Germany was formed in 1840s. Something crazy, I don't know. I think he abused rebels or something. And they were extremely powerful. I was kind of allied to them in the first session, I think. I allowed them to form Germany. I can't remember what happened exactly there. But anyway, so there was a huge Franco-Prussian war, in which I think I helped Germany. And right after that, Russia attacks me. Now the thing is, I lost a lot of troops in that war, in the first war. So Russia thought, well, that's a good time to attack me. Well, they lost terribly. Like, due to many battles that I fought against France, I got a lot of experience on my troops. So Russian troops were just no match for us. They got crushed, and I think we released Poland and Lithuania, which is huge here. But then later on I agreed to, like, admin wanted to re-edit it to Russia. We agreed, and I think I got some money for it, as a compensation. That was kind of a dick move, really. Releasing Poland and Lithuania really hurts Russia. Releasing Ukraine doesn't hurt them that much. Ukraine has like, look, Ukraine has a lot of coal and important industrial things, but once they lose Poland and Lithuania, what are they going to do in Europe? If that's opposed to them, they can only invade for here and for there. And look at those 3 provinces have woods, and all of them, I think, have river crossing. So it's really hard to invade them. Invade Austria, at least. That's why I wanted Poland and Lithuania. But anyway, later on, so Germany and Russia allied. And I only had Italy as an ally, and France was kinda, well, you know, I want to go on my own. Can't really remember if France was crushed by Germany that way. I think in the first war they were crushed, and then later on they somehow managed to come back. But anyway, me and Italy fought a war against Germany and Russia, and we held pretty well. And then Ottomans, that should have stayed neutral there, decided to give military access to Russia, and then just Russia went through Ottoman land into our territory, which is really stupid. They managed to release Hungary, which really hurts Austria badly. But even with that, we were strong enough that in the second war, we were able to hold and defend, and I almost reintegrated all the Hungary back. The problem is you don't have course once they release it in that mod. So you have to justify for every state that you want, plus Gavel, and that costs a lot. But basically, if I wasn't running out of time in terms of game time, I think I would be able to reintegrate it while fighting the war with Germany and Russia. Yeah, it's an interesting story. I mean, it was an interesting game because of that mod and the economy that worked. The way that the economy worked in that mod. It's not like in vanilla. In vanilla it's kind of, I don't know, it's a bit dull, to be honest. I'm getting those factories to work. Let's click this. Actually, I think it's control click, and then all the factories that are filled will get expanded or something like that. Oh, a lot of railroads to be built. I forgot that we got new tech. Making money, and I think our capitalists are finally doing something. Although not really. Let's check population again. Yeah, they're starting to make some money. They lose some, they make some. I think overall it's going up slowly. Soon enough I'll be reducing tariffs again. Might go into negative tariffs. No, I can't afford it. And we're not taxing them, so they should be making a lot of money. Anyway guys, okay, make a break here. I think I'm going until 1920s. Maybe call it a game. I'm thinking if we can actually get to number 2 in industry. To get to the number 2 we will need around 3,000, maybe slightly more. Actually, I'm not sure how much UK will be able to increase their industry. What's their population? They have 75 millions, probably 20 going to UK, and we only have 22 million. Yeah, I don't think we can reach them. Ah well, that goal probably failed. But other goals were okay. We got all of the Arabian stuff back. How do we deal with these guys? We got Sicily. The only part that is left, Spanish Alrife, but I'm gonna let them have it. It doesn't matter. I'm not sure if I'm gonna record one more part, but if I don't, let's check the ledger again. Okay, so military score for 4th, I think, or 5th. That's okay. It'll go up if we would start making more battleships. It's not possible at the moment. Industry, we're really close to getting to 4th place. And a bit close battle for... No, I think we'll overcome France easily. They don't have a high industrial growth. Prestige, we are 2nd, behind France. We'll probably be 1st there. So score. Okay. Literacy 77%. Actually, it's going rapidly up. 1% every year, maybe even more. It's nice. most capitalists. But you see, UK is almost catching up us. Catching up. Soldiers behind Russia. Actually, what's the population of Russia? They didn't lose anything huge. 42 million. Yeah, I think our average population is higher than theirs. We have Siberia, which is very depopulated. They didn't annex Manchuria though. Should be able to do so. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and might not be a bad time to start voting for the next Let's Play. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make 2 Sicilies Let's Play next one. We'll see though. Anyway, thanks for watching and have fun.